welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my top 10 tips for working from home. If you guys didn't know, I own a planner sticker shop, so I am working from home all the time. I don't have an outside job. I don't leave my apartment to go somewhere to do a job. I just work from home. And so sometimes that can be stressful because you are in charge of your own schedule. Nobody's holding you accountable for anything, and it's up to you to get stuff done, because if you don't get stuff done, you don't get paid. So I came up with like 10 tips to help you guys if you guys do work from home, or if you are thinking about working from home, or if you're just interested to know like what people do when they work from home. So let's just jump right into this list. Tip number 1 is to set a schedule. This one's super important because if you don't, you'll just be working like all the time, or you'll either work all the time or you won't work at all. So like I find that if I don't set myself, like, this isn't my schedule, but let's say I was like, I'm working from 9 to 5. If I don't set that, I may not start working until noon, and then like I'll still be working at 9 o'clock at night. You know, like it just isn't good. So it's good to have like a written down schedule that you follow, because if you had a job outside of the home, you would be expected to be there, you know, at 8 a.m. and you wouldn't be able to leave until like 5 p.m. or whatever your schedule is, but you're expected to be there. Somebody is expecting you to be there. So you should hold yourself accountable to yourself. Even though you are your own boss, you should still be treating it as if you're working for somebody else. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense, but this is just so important. But it's also important that you have a set schedule, because then you can say at 5 o'clock, I'm done working. Like if it didn't get done, it'll be there tomorrow. Unless there's like, you know, it's like some special project that you have to get done. You need to set like an end time to your day. You need to know like, okay, clocking out of work, you need to be able to just leave it. And it's hard when it's in your house, so it's definitely important to have a schedule and stick to it, so that way you're not like working at 10 p.m. at night. Tip number 2 is to get ready. It's so tempting to roll out of bed in your PJs and your messy bun and just start working or lounging around or whatever. But I've found that it's really helpful if I just have like a set morning routine and I get ready as if I were going to a job. Whether that, you know, I know everybody's get ready is a little bit different. So if you would go to work with makeup on your face, then you should put makeup on your face to work from home. Like, not every day, but I do find that this for me helps. I don't put makeup on every single day, but I do try to get ready as if I were gonna leave the house, because I feel like that just helps me stay motivated. It helps me just feel better, and I feel so much more productive when I do that versus whenever I just roll out of bed and then like at noon I'm like, oh, maybe I should go shower, because I'm already in the middle of working, and then I have to pause that, go shower, then jump back into that task. And it's just, I feel like it's a lot harder to do that. So it's easier to just get ready as if you were going to a job and showing up and being your best self, because you are your boss and you're working for yourself. Give yourself 100%. Like, don't just halfway do it, but give yourself your all. Like, this is your job, your company, whatever. Give yourself your all and show up and be the best you that you can be. Tip number 3 is to make your bed. If you make your bed, you're not tempted to lay back down in it. You're not tempted to take a nap during the day. Like, your bed is made. You don't want to unmake it. I mean, at least for me, that kind of helps. It's a lot harder to want to lay in your bed if it's made. Like, you still might want to, but don't give in. But definitely make your bed, because it helps you just mentally be like, no, I can't go lay down. I can't take a nap right now. Tip number 4 is to go outside, go on a walk, do some sort of exercise. If you're constantly just sitting at your desk and you're not moving around, your body's not doing anything, you're gonna feel like you haven't accomplished anything at the end of the day. You may have accomplished like all the important stuff with your job and such, but you're gonna feel like you did nothing. So it's just like better to get some sort of activity going, and like walking or doing a workout or going outside. Normally my dog is home with me. She's currently with my family in Tennessee because we are going on vacation, but normally I have her and I take her outside. I take her on a morning walk. It's part of our morning routine. I take her out during the day a couple times during the day, you know, because she can't take herself to go to the bathroom, so I have to. And it gets me outside, it gets me fresh air, sunshine, and it's just so good for you. And then I've also tried to incorporate working out, because working out is just really good for you. And I feel like it makes a big difference in my day if I work out and then I start working on stuff. Like I feel like I've accomplished something before I've even started working, but two, I just feel better whenever I work out. And trust me guys, I hate working out. I hate it so much, but I feel so much better when I do it. So if there's one thing I can definitely recommend, is to work out if you work from home. Just get outside, work out outside, work out inside. I do recommend that even if you do a workout inside, you should still go outside and get fresh air, because that is important. Tip number 5 is to keep your area tidy. Since you're working from home, it's important to keep your home looking nice, or at least for me. This is for me. Maybe not everybody's like this, but I cannot stand it when the apartment is a disaster around me and I'm trying to focus on work. I have such a hard time focusing on work because I'm like, I need to go clean the kitchen. I need to go clean this. So it's so much easier to just keep everything nice and tidy and then focus on my work throughout the day. So whether that means you need to have a morning cleaning routine or a nighttime cleaning routine or whatever, just make sure that you're keeping up with things and you're keeping your house tidy, because that, at least for me, is gonna help me focus on my work when it's time to work. Number 6 is to have a to-do list. I cannot tell you how satisfying it is to cross something off of your to-do list, but also it helps keep you on track with things, and you can look at your list and say, okay, these things have to get done today, and these things, if they don't get done today, I can do them tomorrow. Because at least for me, like I give myself deadlines. You have to, because if you don't, you never accomplish, you don't get your job done. But I set deadlines for myself. So like every Friday I have new releases in my shop. Well, not every Friday. Right now I'm not releasing anything new just because I'm going out of town. But normally I try to have, like, Fridays are my new release day. I have to have those up by noon on Friday. And this helps me because then during the week I can look at everything I need to do for the day, and I need to be like, design needs to be top priority today because I've got to have new stuff to go up on Friday. So I find that it's very helpful to just have a to-do list. Then you can cross stuff off, you feel like you've accomplished something, and you can also just see everything that you've done for the day and just have a sense of like, wow, I got so much stuff done today, I was so productive. And then it helps, like that helps me want to be productive the next day when I can see everything that I accomplished. Number 7 is to have me time. I know this one's hard because I know some of you are probably parents, you have kids, you have responsibilities, and I totally get that. So I understand that this is not, everybody can do this, but I definitely recommend, if you can, to set aside me time, whether that is, you know, an hour every day or 30 minutes every day, or maybe every other day, depending on your lifestyle. But I do think it is important to have just a set time that is just for you to recharge, for you to do something that you love, whether that's watch YouTube videos, play video games, read a book, take a bath, whatever me time is for you. I recommend setting aside time for that, so you can enjoy that time and you're not getting burnt out with everything else going on, because it's so easy when you work from home to get burnt out on whatever you're doing. Because I find that when you work from home and like your office is right there, you just feel like you need to go work when you're not working. Does that make sense? Like I feel like when James gets home and he starts playing video games, I go over to my computer and I'm like, I need to be working, I need to be working. And that's also where setting a schedule comes in handy, because then you can say, no, it's after 5 o'clock, like work day is over, I can't work. So definitely have like some me time for you where you won't get burnt out and you won't feel like you need to go work. Just like have that time where it's like, no, this is my time, this is the task I'm doing right now, I'm having me time. My next tip has to do with the night before. So I find that if I have a nightly routine and I'm in bed by a certain time, I'm much more likely to get up when my alarm goes off because I've had a good night's rest. I've kind of set it up to where I can relax and sleep. Okay, so I personally have a really hard time sleeping, and I found that it was just because like I wasn't giving myself time to wind down and time to relax. So I started doing this thing, and I've kind of gotten out of the habit of doing it, and I need to go back to it. But I started making sure that I was taking a bath at 8:30. That was my me time, taking a bath, reading a book. I wasn't like on my phone. I wasn't checking social media. I wasn't checking my shop. I wasn't checking on orders or whatever. It's just, I'm reading a book and just relaxing. And then I would get out, I would brush my teeth, I would wash my face, whatever is part of your routine. And then I was getting into bed at 10 o'clock, and that was when I was getting into bed. And it was easier for me to fall asleep because I had already started the process of winding down, versus like not having a routine and then being like, oh, it's 11 o'clock, I should go to bed. Then it's really hard, at least for me, to turn my brain off. So I find that if I have a nice nighttime routine, it just helps set me up for success for the next day. Tip number 9 is to have a designated area that is just for work. So for me, my office is in the little dining room area of our apartment, and that is my work area. I don't say I never, because sometimes I'll like edit a video on the couch, or I will design something on the couch. I've tried really hard to stop that, but typically all of my work only happens in my office. It doesn't happen in other areas of the house. Like, I'm not coming in here and I'm on my computer. Most of the time I'm not in the living room on my computer. Like, my computer is my desktop's always in my office, but everything work related happens in my office. And when I'm not in my office, I'm not working. So I just find that that's a lot easier, because it can be hard when you work from the same place you live. So it's easier to separate those two things if you have a designated space that is just for work. And then the last tip that I have for you guys is not one that I really like, but it is to schedule social time. I'm not huge on like being social. I really don't have a lot of friends, but I do think that it is important to schedule time to hang out with people. Now, does not mean to schedule your time to hang out with people during your 9 to 5 hours. I do think you need to stick to those hours. But I do think it is important to schedule time to hang out with people, because working from home or constantly wanting to be working, you kind of ignore those friendships, those relationships, and it is really important to interact with other people. Especially if you're not married and you work from home, like, and you don't see anybody all day, it's very, very important to just schedule that social time for yourself. As much as I hate it, because I'm not social at all, it is really important to have some social time. So make sure you schedule that. And that could be something like schedule time talking on the phone to your friend, like I do that. Or, you know, call up your friend and say, hey, like on Saturday, do you want to do this? Like, let me schedule that in, or whatever. But have that time, dedicate that time to your friendships, to yourself, because working from home can be very lonely. You're not interacting with people. And so it is so important that you do socialize somehow, even though I hate it, but it is important. So I thought I would throw that one in there. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you work from home and you have any other tips, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your tips. Maybe it's something that I had not even thought of and it would make life a lot easier. So definitely leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys do, your routine, how you work from home. I'd love to hear it in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe if you like this sort of content. I don't do cooking videos, maybe one day, but I do cleaning videos, I do lifestyle videos, I do makeup videos, I do all kinds of stuff. So make sure that you subscribe so that way you can see my content, and also click the little bell notification if you want to be notified every time I upload. They send you an email, then you know, hey, Rachel uploaded a new video, let me go check it out. So if you want to be the first to see one of my videos, make sure you click the bell notification. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.